Well, hello. Yeah, tonight's episode, Doctor Who. That was a mind blower. That war. Wow. I was absolutely stunned. Well, I'm not. There's a couple of things in there I'm not happy about, but I have to say, look, there's going to be a few people tonight kicking table over restructuring the Doctor's total origin, which is, I think, with a lot of people, they're not going to be happy about it, So, where do we start? Doctor Who, the final episode. I have to say, it did go out on a bang, didn't it? It definitely went out on a bang. I'm just going to do this now. See if it's all going through. Right, so that's that done. Right. Hello, Shock King. Yeah, Doctor Who. Interesting. Definitely. Right, everybody's coming on now. All right, no, it's all right, Shock King. I think, did you watch Doctor Who? I think a lot of people are going to be absolutely taken apart. So, right, where do we start? Samuel, he did take the shot. I thought my language, but he's a fucking awesome master, isn't he? Right, everybody's coming on. Right, so I'm going to have to. Hey, Pete, how are you? It's good to see you on. Yeah, no, I think Doctor Who, I don't know if you watched it. Shocking. What the fuck? Uncle, so what happened in Doctor Who? It was very good. It was very good. I've got to say, look, I know they've completely fucked up the entire origin of the entire thing, but I have to say it was a very impressive episode, and it's surpassed last week's. I've got to admit, I thoroughly enjoyed tonight's episode. Spank Me Santa. This gave more questions than answers. Well, yeah, because I think this is going to run into the next series, and Doctor Who is going to be a big part in the next series, But I mean, it was crazy. The Siberia, the Time Lord DNA, and Cyber Time Lords. I mean, it had it all in there, didn't it? And the Doctor. I mean, obviously that opens it up for the Dalek Revolution, the episode on New Year. Shocking. Only word. Sorry for spot. No, that's okay, bud. It's okay. What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? Spank Me Santa. Master stole the show. Oh God, yeah. I mean, he's great, isn't he? He will have survived that explosion. No, I hope they bring him back. I don't know how to feel. No, I don't. I mean, it was a bloody good episode, though, wasn't it? It was big in scope, wasn't it? There was a lot in there. I mean, it's still, reverberating at the moment in a crazy way. I mean, there will have been some people not happy with that tonight. I can assure you, a few coffee tables will have been kicking the table over tonight, especially purists. I'm telling you. I need to get that off me. Sorry. No, that's all right. It was so clever. It was very clever, Tony. I tell you, it was very clever. It really was. It surprised me where they've took this tonight. It really, really has surprised me. This series has been a weird one. It's season 2 of this. It's a love and hate relationship, but I've got to admit there is some exemplary episodes in there. Hello, Gary from Leeds. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. I was just getting on the tube on your phones last night. So, yeah, I'll phone you through the week. But I did get your message. So I hope you're all right. Shock King. Yeah. What's season 13? I really don't know what to make of this season. It was just absolutely crazy. I mean, what a mind-blowing episode. I'm going to watch this again tonight. I think you need to watch it twice just to take it in. I mean, the scope of it. There was a leak on Reddit through the week about the Doctor that she were found and that she gave the Time Lords the power of regeneration, which I'm fascinated now, especially with them two big cosmic pillars, you know. So who is now we've got the bigger mystery now, haven't we? Who is the Doctor, you know? But good God, the concepts, I like the hi Tony, it did have the Jadoo. I like Jadoo, but they're like a cheap version of Sontarans for me. But I do like them. But I'm amazed how they got into TARDIS unless she had the shields down. You know, I like the ending where they all turned up in that TARDIS and they were a house in that cul-de-sac. I thought that were brilliant. Shocking. I'm going to have to wait one more year. Yeah, we are. Yeah. I mean, how do you see tonight's episode? With the old sort of, it's a 2-year story arc from what I can now see, because we got the big dinger tonight, didn't we? I mean, we got the big egg dinger, and that it was absolutely massive, this big dinger of an episode. And it was so perfect. Well, I really, really enjoyed it. But there's more questions than answers, isn't there? You know, and they've done enough just to keep you in, because I'm going to retire from this, you know, from Doctor Who. But my God, tonight's episode, I'm quite impressed. I'm very impressed. Did you see the next episode title called Revolution of the Daleks? Yeah, I did. Yeah, just at the end, there was no trailer, though. I thought we might get a little trailer, you know. But that's not until New Year's Day. So we've got a good 8 months to go. But hopefully the Doctor should be back next January, let's hope. Right, hang on. Sorry, I'm just catching up, everybody. Right. Tony, explain more, but right. They should have done, right. They should have done the Cyber storyline, the Time of Child storyline separately. And you know, I've always wanted to get a Cyberman origin story. You know, when they first got created, going back in their history, when they were getting into cybernetics and that, and they created themselves. And I see you and hear you, bro, and I'm hearing you, bro, totally. Did you enjoy tonight's episode? At first I hated, but 10 minutes in, I changed my mind. Yeah, well, I would like that. You know, it's sort of thought, here we go. Because normally when you get a part 2, it's a bit shit, isn't it? But, you know, with tonight's episode, with this surpassed last week, I mean, it blew it out of the water. Now, the guy that sacrificed himself at the end, did you see that bit where she put them all in that TARDIS and he started touching the lever and she stopped him? I thought he might have been a Time Lord or some kind of, like he were hiding. You know, but the question is, where have all the humans gone that went through that barrier? I mean, where have they all gone? How did the Master kill the Time Lords? I mean, the most powerful race in the universe, and he slaughtered them all. I can't see him finishing them off. There'll be some anomaly or paradox that will restore them, and this is where I think this is where the next series is going. In Restoration of Time Lords, the Doctor finding out more about this race she comes from. Obviously, like godlike race that have this ability to regenerate. Explained Morbius. Oh God, yeah, Morbius. The brain of Morbius. He'd be fantastic to bring back. You know, a past version of Morbius. You know, it would be really good, or he gets a new body. I really would like to say, these are some of the villains I would really like to see back. I love the Master, and I think the dude that's playing the Master, I think he's brilliant. He's totally insane, isn't he? He's like a Joker somehow. I mean, he just wants death and destruction, totally. Yeah, I can see why he wants to knock off Time Lords, because they manipulated him since he looked into the Great Schism. They totally manipulated him since he was a kid. And where's Rassilon? He's off planet as well, because he got kicked off Gallifrey, so he's out there. And Samuel, I thought the Time of Child line was great, but they absolutely ruined the Great Cyberman storyline. Well, I'm just coming to that now, because Samuel, you know, I was a bit disappointed. I liked him. You know, that Psycho Cyberman. I thought he were really good. I really did. I thought he had a lot of potential, but then the Master just shrunk him and did him. It was like that big build-up to him. You know, that massive build-up. And the Master just shrunk him. with his tissue compression eliminator, and he was like an action figure on floor. I just thought he had a lot of potential, that character. But the master did have a point, didn't he? He said, well, what, you're going to do all this and just become robots? And he did have a point. I mean, with all that, it would have been pointless for that, wouldn't it? Absolutely. I'm Sam. I thought the time champ was great. All right, sorry. Right, hang on. Tony Fish, yeah. Okay. So what happens? Suppose Chibnall make the Doctor or something? Oh, big revelation in tonight's episode. The Doctor has a new origin. Yeah, there was Doctors before the Doctor. So I mean, that's crazy, isn't it? Okay. So what did Chibnall do? He's just gone and rewritten the entire Doctor Who backstory. We go before Hartnell now. There's been other Doctors. Dr. Ruth did appear only for a couple of minutes, but they're holding Dr. Ruth back. Dr. Ruth is going to be next season, and she's going to be big. And the Captain Jack thing as well. Hang on, I'm catching up. Supreme Garlic, that old guy must be the Doctor. Well, I thought that. I thought he was a Time Lord. I thought there was something going on there. I really did, Supreme Dalek. But it was a great episode. But how do you feel about rewriting the Doctor's origin? I really don't think there's going to be some fans happy with that tonight. But I've got to admit, I do like Dr. Ruth. George, I loved it. Didn't like season 11 at all, but season 12 was fantastic. Loves all the twists throughout the season. I agree. This season, the beauty of this season, and there have been a few bad episodes, but I'd say 80% of them have been all right. And there's been one or two standalone brilliant episodes. You don't know what to expect with this series, and that's what I liked about it. You didn't know what to expect every episode. To be fair, this Gallifrey's post-Time War, so they're at their weakest. Yeah, they are vulnerable. Yeah, they are. But do you think they're dead? I mean, there'll be a way to restore them. There'll be some. I can't see them getting rid of Time Lords. I Golden Retro. It's good to see you, bud. It's been a while. It's good to hear from you. Evening, everyone. Hope everyone is well. W&J fan, I would love to see the future of the Cyber Time Lords. Well, I love the concept. Can you imagine it? A whole cyber army that when you take them out, they regenerate. That emerged dead Time Lord bodies with cyber technology, and it created this like invincible sort of Cyberman. Do you say when they all shot it and then it just regenerated? Crazy. I thought that when the Cyber Time Lord regenerated, that they would have become Time Lords. Like suddenly they'd have gone against, and they've all turned on the Master as Time Lords and judged it, something like that. But they didn't do that. I was surprised, But I'm not having it. I don't think the Time Lords are dead. They can't do that. Oh yeah, well yeah, you're going back there, bud. Bring back Omega. I'd like to see Omega come back. I'd really want some of these classic like Morbius, Omega, classic bad guys to come back. The Rani definitely. I think I'd love them bring her back. Samuel Parsons said the Cyberman said it goes to raise all organic matter, which it isn't. No, that's what I thought. Because they're normally conquer and enslave, don't they? But he was a bit mad in though, wasn't he? And that Siberian thing. Right. Hang on. Just I thought the Brendan plot was incredible. Yep. There's a lot going on in this, isn't there? I mean, there's so much going on. Goldenrod, just recording Doctor the last few months, still not watched it as yet. You want to watch tonight's episode, Tony? I'll tell you, it'll blow your mind. I might help you well. Hi, Retro Gamer Dev. It's good to hear from you, bud. It really is. Did you watch it then? Did you watch it? Oh, that's wonderful. So, talented buffoon like Chibnall gets to rewrite Doctor Who can observe with cranes. I said there's going to be people not happy. But I'm well, bud. I'm good. Hello, Retro Game Dave. Nice to see you again. I hope you are well. Joe, sorry, hang on, George. W&G Finance, Michaels, Wallace and Gromit are brilliant. They are a British institution, definitely. Can't wait for hi Alex, Revolution of the Daleks now. But well, look, if they can write that tonight and last week, and they can do that with the Daleks after that farce we saw the other year, that farce of that Dalek in a shed rebuilding itself was ridiculous. Now, if they can get what they created tonight, I'm back on board with Doctor Who, and I am fully back on board. Hello, Extreme Ferris. I think the Cyberram just had their own thing going. That wasn't relayed to the old Cyberman. Yeah, well, I mean, there's still a lot of questions, isn't there? I was surprised they obeyed him, actually, because, you know, he was quite emotional, wasn't he? Indeed, it's a daring step. The Brendan thing, which was interesting, that was the Doctor then, you know, sort of playing something out with past regenerative lives in the Matrix, which that was I've got to admit that was very clever. Because I when I did the podcast this last week, Wicklow Club, we discussed this because the big storyline, it was a bit confusing. Hi, Colin. That's it. I'm done. The show has collapsed the show has collapsed it collapsed in on itself. Yeah, well, some people are going to think that. I've got to admit, I did enjoy it. I'm a bit worried about how they're messing with the origins, and I think that unless there's going to be a lot, but I think we've got part one of a story arc, so there could be, you know, there could be more. So, but it is messing with the origins is it's tricky business, isn't it? You didn't like Resolution, I thought it was cracking. Did you really? I wasn't a big fan of it. I really wasn't. I got right annoyed with it, you know. But I've seen worse over the years. Like, remember that Doctor Who Candyman? Sylvester McCoy. WJ, I'm always fascinated with the Time Lord. I love the Time Lord. They won't kill Time Lords off. They can't kill the Time Lords off. George, I totally agree with you, Martin. Yeah, no, but I think, you know, tonight's episode, there is a lot of people not going to be happy. They are not going to be happy with tonight. They're not. I mean, to touch Hartnell is sacred. It really is sacred. But on another point, I do like Doctor Who. I'm not defending it, guys. I'm not. They're taking a big risk now, you know. But I've got to admit, the structure of the episode was very good. And she was very good as well, was Jodie. She actually she's made the character of her own. I actually started, look, after the last series, I was on the verge of going through the door, you know. And I thought, if we're going to get, I said 5 episodes, if it gets bad, I'm walking. Luke. Hi, Luke. Do you think Joe Martin will end up being the next Doctor? I just found your channel looking for a review of The Timeless Child. Great stuff, and I joined it. What bit was like 10. I enjoyed it tonight. Look, I really thought I'm going to give it a 9. I'm going to get shot down for this after the last series. But I'm not. Look, I'm going for the story and the structure. All right, I'm going to give it an 8. Right, I think an 8's reasonable, but it was very good. I really enjoyed it. I can't deny that. You know, I just enjoyed it. You know, I can't deny that. I'm going to watch it again. It was that good, you know. But I am worried about the messing around with the origins of the Doctor, which is worrying, you know. But I think this is part one of a story arc, you know, because we've got the Doctor's origins now to cover, the Time Lords restored. What happened to the Master? Because he'll have got out of that explosion. Why is the Dalek special all the way in December? Probably, I don't know. I preferred it when it were on Christmas Day. I don't know why they've moved it to, you know, to New Year's Day, which I find annoying. I'm sure the Master's is going to come back. It's all confusing. Well, I'd like to know how, when the John Sims Master shot Missy and they said they couldn't read it, where did this Master come from? What's his backstory? How did he regenerate into that Master? But I mean, he's a great Master, isn't he? But I felt let down with the cyber villain. I really did. I'll keep watching Doctor Who no matter how bad it gets. Laugh out loud. Just happy it hasn't been cancelled again for 16 years. I'm 30. Started watching 2003, so I didn't watch it when I was younger. No, well, I'm stuck with it. I mean, I grew up on it. I mean, it comes part of your life. You develop like a love for it, don't you? I mean, I love Doctor Who. But, I mean, people, new writers and directors, they're going to mess about with it. But I thought Hartnell was the number one rule. You don't mess with that origin, and it appears so far until the next series they have. There was no need for Chris to mess up canon, but he couldn't resist it. It could have been Doctor vs. Simon and the Master without canon breaking. Yeah, they could. I would have liked the Master and that Cyber dude. They are Cyberman guy. I'd like them two to have kept screwing each other over. The Master was Johnson last time here, the actor who plays him, but it was a different actor back in the days. Yep. Your challenge also, I wonder, the Master will return at some point. Thank you. You will return at some point. It's a bit dodgy, then, Rick, on the Doctor's history, as there's countless Doctors now and will divide people. Well, I said this, look, I bet some coffee tables got kicked over tonight. Cormac, I missed the episode. I was writing comments YouTube, so I could tell me the basics of what happened. The Master becomes Cyber God, and he creates Cyber Time Lords. Seriously, Gallifrey, they're all dead. And the Doctor's origin has been retconned. So that's the simple basics of it. And the Doctor got took away by the Jadoon and to a prison. I don't ask. I'm still trying to load it now. I like how we had absolutely no idea at all what this series was about. Yeah, no, well, we said this, haven't we, Sam? We said this a few weeks ago about that. Everyone just haven't got a clue. Golden Retro Moves Game. I was watching Doctor Who way before you were born. Luke Williams started watching it in the 1970s. God, yeah. My first Doctor was Pertwee. Yeah, I don't remember William Hartnell. I think I might do, but Pertwee is the one he's my Doctor. That's nice. Golden Retros Moves Game. Well, yeah, we're like the children of Doctor Who, aren't we? Well, I've seen a lot of Golden Retros, such Doctors and Luke Williams, my friend. Could you imagine going back to 1975 and saying that in 2020 the Doctor's going to be a woman? They'd all just laugh at you, wouldn't they? They would, wouldn't they? Extreme Fairies. I guess all 13 is now only just 13. Well, I was getting a bit worried, but because I thought is Jodie Whittaker going to be the last Doctor for the next decade? I don't want to see Doctor Who go out like it did in the 80s. If it's going to go out, I want it to go out decently for a decade, because he deserves that. It's a national institution. Luke, I bet got Red Moves in Gaming. I have a feeling the Master will return Luke Williams as he always. Oh God, yeah, definitely he's going to come back in there. Hi, Chef Boss, how are you? Welcome to the channel. I've had a good week. What did you think of tonight's episode of Doctor Who? There's a lot in there tonight. In there, the Brendan thing. And when they erased his mind and all. Because I thought that word, I did say, is it like a Matrix thing? But I thought all that were in that Cyberman's head. It was like some of his consciousness playing out somewhere. I mean, but obviously it was the Doctor. And where's all these missing memories as well? And even, I don't think Dr. Ruth has the answers, but Dr. Ruth, there's a lot more going on there. It could be some vast manipulation of the Time Lords in the background since the Master did whatever he did. Because they're going to have to answer that, how he killed off a powerful race like that. Retro Gamer Dev. Series 13 will 90 to Bookham deliver on a cannon break. Series 13 make or break it, having a mystery around the Doctor. Again, it's something that I can say is positive. Well, that is the thing, because remember we went through that with Matt Smith, didn't we? Who is the Doctor? Well, like, now the thing is, with this, they might have just got themselves out, because I think it's best we don't know who the Doctor is. I think that's the beauty of it. Do you really want to know who he is? Or she is? So, why she can't get? So, all the previously can't still exist out in the line. I'm not so bothered about changing the origin. I'm gonna sit on fence on this about his origin. I'm not a part of me has followed the timeline. He's not happy, but I am open because they might give some kind of really good thing. But the next series could make or break Doctor Who. It really could. Got things to do, Martin. Thanks. We'll check out your channel again. Cheers, George. Have a good week, bud. Thank you. Extreme Fetish. Whatever the lady was called, Limited Mountain of Regeneration for Old Time Lord. Technotech or something she was called, I think. She was so she was before pre-Rassilon then. The amount of regeneration for Old Time Lords, then the Doctor was either out of regenerations by Smith or the Time Lords. Yeah, don't you remember 5 Doctors that they did say that they could only have 12 regenerations, didn't they? Because they all started getting a bit bonkers. Apparently, started going a bit mad after 12 regenerations. That music with all her, oh yeah, and the thing for the Master, you know, that crazy drumming and all that. It was a bloody good episode. It really was. You know, some people are going to say, look, you know, I don't like what's going on. But I've got to say that it was very good. You know, I'm impressed. I was very impressed with tonight's episode. I mean, what more can I say? And, you know, they're messing with the origin. But, well, let's hope they've got some way of undoing it and restoring certain lore to Doctor Who. But Doctor Who's a crazy series anyway, when else a canon half the time, you know. Retro Gamer, we have no doubt who the Doctor is or where they come from. The title makes sense again, Doctor. Well, I don't want to know who the Doctor is. I think that's one question that they've got to leave alone. And, you know, wherever this child came from, the timeless child, the creator of the Time Lords. In I think the Virgin books, there was 3. There was Omega, Rassilon, and the third. And it was Sylvester McCoy's Doctor. He sort of dropped hints about who was the third, you know, the other one. And was it the Doctor that created the Time Lords? It looks like the Doctor. If you're going with the books, the Virgin book, I don't know. I don't think they're not canon on it, but the Doctor. They might have looked at this and that the Doctor could be one of the creators of the Time Lord race. So the Doctor predates Omega and Rassilon then. My favourite Doctor was Peter Davison, Luke Williams, closely followed by David Tennant. I love David Tennant. I so miss him. He was awesome. Joe, bloody Jack will probably come back to rescue the Doctor. But I hope he's in next series, George. I really do. I think Captain Jack's probably signed up for next series. You know, I think this is what they're sort of building on, aren't they? You know, Samuel, I'm just catching up, guys. If it were me, I wouldn't have broken canon, but I think this is the best way they could have found it. Yeah, but again, this all could be some big manipulation in the background by somebody, couldn't it? Setting the Doctor up, you know. I don't know. I mean, it is, but it is after Time War. Time Lords, like I said, they weren't as powerful as what they were just sort of recovering, weren't they? So, but what about, like, there must have been other stuff on Gallifrey. I mean, so how did he destroy it? But they have took a risk tonight. But so far, I'm on the fence. It's, you know. Extreme Fairies ran out of space. The Time Lords manipulated scenario so the Doctor knew he'd be able to regenerate. Maybe that's the key. Maybe it's going to take the Doctor regeneration, but to bring the Time Lords back. Yet again, if they merged it with the Cyberman, and when he shot the Cyberman, it regenerated into a Time Lord. Maybe they're not dead; they might all be dormant, and they need a regeneration boost to wake them all up. I mean, that's speculation, but it would make sense, wouldn't it? So the Doctor has unlimited regenerations. Well, I suppose if she's the timeless child. But I think there's another player involved in here. There's something more going on. We're not going to get it till next series, and that's a year away. But it was a spectacular ending, and I like the ending with the Judoon as well when they put her in that prison. So why is she being arrested? Did they say when Revolution Daleks was coming, New Year's Day? Apparently, it's the New Year Day episode. It seems so. Why say Callum James? Yep, it's New Year's Day. That's when it's coming. Cormac Muscabine. That's what happened. That sounds like the end of Rick and Morty season. Saigon Keller's music is outstanding. That music tonight was superb. Do you know, I'd buy that on CD, that music. Honestly, I would. I bought the UFO soundtrack actually from 70s, and it is spectacular music, so I just can't stop playing it. Hang on. Let's see, we've got it. Right, I'm catching up. Hi, Momoland. My theory is that the prison the 12 Doctors on will meet Captain Jack Smith and River might meet. That's how River got Captain Jack's time vortex manipulator. Yeah, that would make sense because he was trapped somewhere, wasn't he? So there's a bigger game playing out here, and the Master's just part of it. There's a bigger game in the background, and it looks like we might have a theory here because maybe I don't think the Time Lords are dead. I think they're dormant. And somehow the Doctor's regeneration and energy is going to restore Time Lord race. Because when they shot that Cyberman and it regenerated, doesn't that mean that they could have, if you'd have shot a dead Time Lord, wouldn't it regenerate? Like, bring them back. So there's a few questions in it. So, but there's a third player. And him that sacrificed himself. And I thought there were more to him. You know, that human, because there was that lad said that at that moment in the TARDIS where he touched the handle, but there's a lot in there tonight, and like I said, there's a lot more questions than answers. There's still a mystery around him, though. Yeah, we've got back to the Doctor. Who is the Doctor? The Doctor is the timeless child confirmed. Yeah, that I think. Well, I hope so. It's going to be interesting how they're going to play this out, though, isn't it? You know, the whole timeless child thing. It's going to be very interesting how they play this out. Golden don't spoil it, Martin, as I remember I've been watching the third Doctor. I think it's all been leaked. You know, I'd start watching it tonight, Tony. I really would. But it's been a good series, this. I've been very impressed. You know. Hang on. Right. Yes, the Master job. He said he throws the Time Lords so they can come back. They're not dead then. They're not going to kill off the Time Lords. It's no way. I'm a big fan of Time Lords. Anything to do with Time Lords, I'm just fascinated by. Spank Me Santa. She's probably been in prison for releasing the death particle. Yeah. So, how did the Master get out? And has he still got the Cyberium inside him? You know. Sacha Dhawan is absolutely awesome, but isn't as good as Roger Delgado. Oh no, he's my master is Roger Delgado, mate. He was such a gentleman master, wasn't he? He was brilliant. I love Moto Dragon. I feel sorry for poor Ashad. He's half of what he used to be. Yeah, that's true. I did like the ending though. You know, when it turned up at the TARDIS's house in a cul-de-sac. And they can go wherever they want now, them in that, can't they? Golden Retro Move's going, no matter how many times I watch it never gets boring. There's always this awesome suspense, the action baddies, characters, etc. Everyone. Well, tonight, it was mind-blowing. It really was. Cybermen were so much like the Daleks, trying to rather kill than convert. Well, I was a bit annoyed with Cyber Agenda. I mean, just become robots. I mean, I love that scene, you know, with the Master and the half Cyberman dude, the Psycho Cyberman. And he said, well, you know, we're going to eliminate all organic life and then I'm going to ascend to become a machine. But then you've got no idea. You're a fucking robot. What's the point? You know, ruled by logic. You know, it didn't make any sense, did it? That's the downfall of Cybermen, because they've got no imagination. Luke, what would you like to see happen for the 60th anniversary? Any chance they'll bring back Tom Baker, Peter Davis, Colin? I don't. It'd be awesome. I'd like Tennant Smith. I'd like Eccleston to join up with the other Doctors. That'd be nice. You know, Christopher Eccleston. John, what do you think of the critics facing off fans? It's a difficult one, that, because I've panned a few episodes, I admit that, but I've stuck with it. I think them have walked away. That I think if they gave this series a chance, I think they might have liked it. But it is losing viewers big time. But we are getting another series. But if they can keep up what they've done, hopefully, with tonight's episode, I think they could turn Doctor Who around. I just think the last series damaged it very badly. Andrew, nobody's quite as good as Delgado, as good as the. Oh, Delgado was a gentleman. He was marvellous. He's my master. He's superb, the best master. I liked Anthony Henley, though, in the 80s. I thought he was cool. They've blown the cannon right, Elysium Dragon. They have, haven't they? They've torn it right open, haven't they? And like I said, you know, there will be not some happy people tonight. I look forward to watching the reviews, you know, later on YouTube tonight, because no doubt they'll be all being recorded right now, you know, reviews, going over, analysing every detail of tonight's episode, and there'll be them that won't be happy. But, I mean, you guys, for what it was very enjoyable, wasn't it? And that's the thing. It was enjoyable. W&J fan. Luke Williams, Christopher Eccleston said he'll never come back. I'd love him to come back. I liked his Doctor. I really did. I always thought he should have done a second season, but he didn't get on with Russell T Davies, did he? I think he wanted to make the Doctor a lot darker. They've blown the can. Elysium Dread. They've blown the cannon wide open. I love it. Yeah, again, you know, there is a good point to your argument there, which there is logic in it, because things have to change, don't they? You know, things have to change. I mean, look at Star Trek Picard. Look what they're doing in that. Totally blow Next Gen out a window with that, aren't they? You know, and I'm loving what they're doing with Star Trek Picard. Right. I couldn't remember the old actor's name, so thanks for clarifying who he was. Andrew Dexter. Do you know? The other Doctor is Paul McGann. I liked him. You know, I'd like to see him come back. You know, like they'll get all like old Doctors last 10 years, and even Paul McGann, to get him in it as well. You know. Christopher is my favourite. Who's yours? It'd be nice if he came back. I said he'd come back for the 100th anniversary. 99. I'll be 77 then. I'll doubt I'll live to 99, sadly. You've got to be about 70 by then as well. John, I'll give it to them. Doctor Who is exciting again. Well, it is. And a lot of people have walked away, haven't they? Hi, Daniel. How are you, bud? It's good to hear from you. I cried. Hang on. Look, I cried when Krista regenerated. Only time it has made me cry. I like Christopher Eccleston. Look, I really did, and it was quite a powerful moment, wasn't it? You know, I like Billy Piper as assistant. I thought she was good. Luke Williams, you must have other actors who played Doctor Who, like the actress who was in Bergerac. Oh God, Louise Jameson. Nobody, Louise Jameson. Did she play Leela? It'd be nice to bring her back, wouldn't it, and see what she's up to. Yeah, she were on Gallifrey. She got left on Gallifrey, didn't she, Leela, didn't she? So I wonder whatever happened to her. Cormac, how would you feel if it was confirmed the current master came before Misty and the master really did down that colony ship? That'd be crazy, wouldn't it? That'd be crazy. But I want to see this master come back. I think he's great. It's like he reminds me of the Joker somehow. He's just insane, isn't he? But that would be a crazy theory. I mean, we're open now, aren't we? We are open. You know. The one thing about blowing cannon open, it gives them the freedom, doesn't it? Totally. You know, Golden Retro, just started watching Picard Resubs episode, third episode so far, Matt. It is very good. Just some guy, kid. How you doing, kidder? Hello, just some guy. It's been a while, my friend. I hope you've been keeping well. Yeah, it's good to hear from you, just some guy. Next year, I want a good old-fashioned Dalek fight. I want Davros back. I want a big thing with Daleks as well, but we're not going to get the Time Lord Doctor thing until next year. But they've got to surpass this tonight. They really have. Daniel's, did you say my Daniel started Casper episode? No, I'm going to watch it tomorrow, Daniel. We have to arrange the time. It's the time difference, mate. You know, we're going to have to work out a time when we can get on and do a panel. I'm definitely up for it, bud. But it's the time difference. Sometime when you're on, I'm in bed. You know, time difference. We need a TARDIS. You know. Golden Retro, you are correct there. She played Leela in Doctor Who. Right then. She did. I used to fancy her, you know. Do you remember she used to run about in Savage Get? Oh God, I remember our house. Everybody was watching it back then. This Dalek special must bring back the 2005 design. Yeah, I never liked. You remember when they turned them into multiple colours and that? I couldn't do with them. You know. Christopher Eccleston was all my favourite, and I loved him in Father Day. He was brilliant in that one. He's a good actor, is Christopher Eccleston. He bloody well is. Right. Look, the thing I want most is for them to bring Susan back. They've done it in the Big Finish audios with Paul. Yeah, they have. I'm just listening to some Blake Seven audio at the moment from Big Finish. I'm a big fan of Blake Seven series. Audio's Paul McGann. I've got the Unit series. I bought the Unit series as well. So I'm going through that at the moment. Silent Enemy, I think it's called. I haven't started on it yet. The thing I want most for them is to bring Susan back. They've done it in the Big Finish audios with Paul McGann. More Paul would be nice too, as he just did the regeneration the night of the Doctor. Yeah, I want Paul McGann. He should have got a series in, you know. Because he just, I met him a few times, you know. I was in a bar and hotel at his convention with him a couple of years ago, and he was such a nice bloke to talk to. There's a very old feel, and I'm living for it. Yeah, well, hopefully tonight, you know, I think it should be given a chance. You know, I don't think look, you know, I don't think we should panic, you know, before we haven't seen it. But honestly, tonight's episode, all right, they blew the cannon wide open. Should they have done that? Shouldn't they have done that? I don't know. You know, I mean, to mess with the Hartnell thing is a bit dodgy. But it's the writing for tonight's episode. Chibnall, I've got to give him you know. he's surpassed himself. I'm not. I wasn't a big fan of Chibnall at all. Daniel Picard and Soji went into the portal and went 70,000 light years away. Well, I don't think they've got. They went to some planet called Penfay, didn't they? So I mean, it took Voyager 7 years to get back. So I can't see them spending 7 years to get there to find Picard. I want to get to the 2 red moons and the lightning, Daniel. There's a 3rd player in Picard, the man with no face, her father. Who is it? Is it Dr. Noonien Sung? Is it Law? I don't know. We're gonna be for a shock on that. I'm telling you. Golden Retro Movies game just been rushing a pizza out of the oven. Yeah, no, Tony, I'm up for doing panels, mate. Definitely. I look forward to it. I'd like to do one once a week, get a few of us on, and sort of talk about all this stuff. It'd be really good. It's just finding time, but definitely, Tony. And I'm glad you're back on YouTube. I really am, because I've been watching. I watched a bit of your live thing today. The Science of Dr. Brian Cook is on BBC 4 right now. I'm going to watch that tonight on iPlayer. I saw that being advertised. Golden Retro. All right, just some guy. In case you wonder, this is my new revamped channel, my friend. Yeah, guys, check out Golden Retro. He does some good stuff. I like his gaming stuff, and he covers sort of classic horror movies and certain DVDs, which I sort of quite like. WJ, what I imagine people listening to Big Finish is sitting in a dark room with headphones on. That's what I do. I listen to Blake 7 in bed. Just some guy. I'll add a sub in a bit. Oh, well, that's cool. Special effects look great now. Yeah, I know but last year's series was terrible, wasn't it? But this said I'm blown away. Definitely going to watch it. The special effects look so great now. Yeah, no, they do. The master could be like, well, this is it. All this could be one big lie. Do you know what I mean? Cormac, true. So, I mean, there's gonna be a big kick up the arse with all this. It's next year. I said this a few weeks ago. They're playing out a 2-part story arc, and we're into the first part of it now. So the next chapter's on its way. Hang on. I must Torchwood as well. Why can't I just bring it back? They had to mess with that, didn't they? I've been enjoying Picard. The Cube looks very futurist, very Blade Runner style future. I like Picard. I think it's better than Discovery. It blows it out of water. I'm looking forward to the Pike series, though. I can't wait to see Cube return in the fight. Yes, it's official, isn't it? Cube's in final. I can't wait for that. Jean-Luc, you're so pedantic. With that sarcasm. John Delancey, brilliant. R.I.P. Dr. Wiki pages. Yeah. That's how. There's going to be some people not happy with tonight. They have blown a massive hole, and it's massive. Pumpkin, when is the Dalek episode coming out? New Year's Day. Yeah, New Year's Day. Is the guy who plays you the original actor for 30 years back? Yes, it is. But the guy that played Icheb, it's not him. That was a different actor. And I don't think it was the same Bruce Maddox either. But I think it's the same guy that played you. Retro Game Day. Just dawned me that Dr. Species, not Time Lord, that was just a fabricated name. What is he or she? I don't know. But we're going to find out. I think we need a Paul McGann series in the interlude between series. I'd like that. Why can't they just do like a mini series? Like 4 episodes and that. Mate, I can't wait till they start filming Picard season 2. I can't, mate. I'm looking forward to Discovery though, Daniel, as well. I've seen the picture. Press pictures do look quite good. So Discovery's going to blow cannon wide open, I'm telling you. That's why they've moved him 1,000 years into the future. Daniel's On top of doesn't 75 million yard on the other side of the galaxy take decades to get back? Well, that's what I said. He's not in the Delta Quadrant. They went to a planet called Pemphe. It'd be a couple of thousand light years away. The water gone. The race where they got that technology from was the race in first season of Voyager. You know them on that pleasure planet, and they could go to that moon that were 30,000 light years away. That's them, so they must have got simulated then. You know, so I can't say that. I think they did a short jump because the crew, Raffi and that, they've got to pick him up. I can't see him travelling 7 years across the galaxy. Unless there's a wormhole that takes you there. Indeed, it does. Santiago Cabrera that plays Patrick, I just realised he plays. Oh God, did he? Was he the psychic painter? I didn't know that. God, didn't know that was him. I liked it. I loved the first season. I didn't mind the third one actually. I hadn't seen that. I brought it back, but I didn't watch it. I think I watched first episode, lost interest. But the first season of Heroes were marvellous. How do I meet Doctor Actor conventions? They're on Facebook. They're advertised all the time. If any's coming up, I'll mention them on here. Apologies. Does anyone look at internet ratings? Just curious. I will do after this. But there'll be people now sat in the rooms with the cameras making videos. Probably over analysing it. It's going to be interesting to see what the response has been. Just thinking how we made the Matrix tonight. Yeah, no, it was. That's why I don't think the Time Lord's dead. I think the Matrix has a big part to play in this as well. Because the life forces might be in there and the bodies are dormant. And that is like, oh yeah. So the Time Lords could be like dormant, right? No, they're not dead, but their consciousnesses are in the Matrix. And maybe they manipulated the Doctor to get them out or something like that. Martinsville Discovery will start airing in April at the earliest. Thank God for that. Finally, we can get down to Orville. I want Orville as well. That's not until autumn, Orville. Looking forward to Mandalorian season 2 as well. Past comment, they came to Comic Cons. Yeah, there's loads of conventions all over countries. WinterCon, Doctor Who stars there. I were at a film fair other week. Sylvester McCoy were there. And that was just at a film fair in a hotel. Going to watch Discovery tonight at 11:05 A4 yourself. Now I'm going to watch Doctor Who, and I'm watching Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. season 6, but I'm going to watch the physics of Doctor Who as well on BBC 4 iPlayer. It was San Diego's name that rang a bell on the credit. I never knew he was in Heroes. God, he looks so different, doesn't he? Samuel. Thanks. Also love Wallace and Gromit. My favourite is I love Wallace and Gromit. Martin Seinfeld appeals Stage Discovery will start filming in July, so the future will start filming in the future. Rumour has it they will have the Dominion in it and they reach the Alpha Quadrant. Well, it's going to be interesting, you know. Just some guy. Sergeant Picard just turned 20, yummy, and Harry Treadway's 35. Lucky bastard. Yeah, I looked at her Wikipedia. She's only 21, isn't she? I hope so. I fancy, Narek's sister, the Romulan. I think she's all right. The Romulan sister, the evil one. What do you think of Palpatine confirmed as the clone? I saw that yesterday. It makes sense, but they've nicked it from Dark Empire, haven't they, Andrew? I mean, it was. Where else could they go with it? I mean, teleporting out of the shaft and creating a wormhole. I mean, come on. I couldn't. It's the spirit transfer thing. It's the clone body, and the body deteriorates because it's too powerful. It makes sense. It's what they should have said that in the bloody film. Because that's what we've all been said. That's what everybody said. It makes sense. And the book's out in 20 days' time. All the answers are going to be in the book. So I'm going to order that off Amazon. It's a book I'm going to read because there's answers. Just compare this to the Battle of Ranscott of Kalos. Yep. Martin, they delayed sexual because Michelle Yeoh's film The Marvel movie Shang-Chi. I hope they don't cancel sexual because the fan base hates it with passion. I'm up for a Section 31. Anything that expands the Star Trek universe, Daniel, I'm up for. The one I want more than anything is Captain Pike on a 5-year mission where he goes to different worlds every week. And, it's definitely. I think Captain Pike will be the Star Trek that would define this decade. We need the proper Star Trek. We need Pike and the 5-year mission. Just some guy. Narek's sister's better with round ears without sounding alienist. I prefer a whip pointed ears. But 7 of 9, she was a badass, wasn't she, last week? I'm loving Picard. 7 of 9, great to see. I hope she's in it this week. So, God, Doctor Who's finished Picard and Discovery. So we've got quite a lot to get through, haven't we, really? Right, guys, I've done an hour. It's been fantastic tonight. What an amazing Sunday to watch, Doctor Who at this level. It's awesome. So I'll be back on. Hang on. I'll go for a few more minutes, and then it's like an hour then, isn't it? What do you think about the coronavirus? I don't know. I'm a bit wary of it. I don't live in the zombie plague. I don't know. Let's hope they can concentrate and get that vaccine created. It's scary stuff, isn't it? It's not science fiction either, is it? Are you washing your hands now? I'm washing my hands all the time now when I go places. That's what they're telling you. Apparently, masks aren't that good. So I don't know. We'll have to wait and see what happens. So our idiot politicians are capable of dealing with it. Didn't Pike die in the second movie? Yeah, he did. But it's I'm on about he got it with Berthold rays, didn't he? When it Delta rays or something, and he did see his own future though. On Kronos with the time crystals or whatever. So, but they could do the 5. That's like good 10 years away before. So you can milk a 5-year mission out of him. Which Anson Mount's definitely up for playing it. He's teasing everybody on Facebook all the time, So let's hope he can get in there and do it. Hi, Thomas. Hey, mate, I'm going to pretend that Dr. Edu Capaldi was my favourite Doctor Who 2 seasons with Jodie Bean. Oh, crap. Chibnall ruined the show. You see, this is it. Everybody's divided with tonight's episode. I thought it was good, but the canon has been blown open. We got. I'm not honestly. I respect everybody's opinion, but there's going to be a lot of people that are not going to be happy with tonight's episode. But it's part 1 of a 2-part story arc, isn't it? That's what we've had. WG fan, I'm scared of it. I'm terrified of it, mate. It's like some them science fiction movies, isn't it? Daniel's on top of Matt. There's rumour that Avery Brooks return as Cisco. No, I don't think so. He won't do it, apparently. Apparently, Avery Brooks, he said he's not going to do it. He said that. I think he said that at a convention, actually. I don't think he's up for coming back. He does a lot of jazz music now. He's released a lot of it. He's really successful in the jazz. Jazz, he's a musician that I've heard some of his stuff. He's really good. So, and he's quite a private. I met him once. And he's a lovely man, but he's very intelligent and seems very guarded. He's very into his private life. But he's awesome voice though. He's got one of them voices that can narrate stuff like amazingly. Bye, Martin. What you've done soon, Wayne, when who's not on? We'll be just back to open science fiction from next Sunday, Samuel. We'll talk about Picard and Discovery and retro science fiction. It's just because Doctor Who's been on that we just had focus on that for the last 10 weeks. But so yeah, it's open next week. Science fiction, it's an open show. So we'll just jump all over the sci-fi spectrum. We'll be back to what we were doing before. So it's just that Doctor Who's been on it. I thought it were best just to, get in on that while it were on. Just some guy, coronavirus created 2 local bylaws in what comes down on pensions. Hey, it might be wipe the population out and we're overpopulated. I mean, yeah, I've read the theories. It comes from bats, I think. I don't know. Well, let's see what happens, Makes me think about the game Plague Inc. Yeah, the Umbrella Corporation. Yeah, it's Agenda 21. It could be an alien. It could be an alien virus. This could be it. Now we all get wiped out. Start the new world order. I'm not going down that path. But yeah, it is scary. Martin Sci-Fi, Worf has been confirmed. Yes. Yeah, it's in the book, Picard. It's in the book that got released just before he's Captain. Picard backed him because they didn't want him to be Captain Starfleet Admirals because of that incident on DS9 where they were meant to get that Cardassian spy and he chose his wife over his mission, And there was a bad recommendation in his record, but Picard said with Romulan fall and all that, it'd be best to have like a Klingon, put him in Enterprise. Apparently he's been a top-rate command captain as well. I'd love a Captain Worf series. What do you guys think is the best of this series? I'd say tonight's episode. The 2-part of tonight's episode has surpassed it. Did like Spyfall, and I like the villain, Zelon, a couple of weeks ago with the 2 planets, and I thought that was superb. There is going to be coming out of things that explode and things will represent Doctor Who canon. Like I said, it's going to be exploding on air tonight. It will be. I'm going to watch a couple of reviews in about an hour. There's going to be coming from things that explode will represent Doctor Who canon, definitely. It's designed to enforce vaccinate and mask. Well, that might want to stick the chip in. We'll have to do a show about all this one week. I covered one on UFOs, which were interesting, but we might do in a couple of weeks. Do you want to talk about conspiracies and the New World Order and the deep state and the alien agenda and the rest of it? Let me know in the comments if you want to talk about that. I'm up for it. It should be interesting. Great episode. All the Adam Wobbles. Have a great week. All right, Samuel. See, I'll be on at 7 o'clock. I'll put an ad up through a week. But yeah, definitely. Have a good week, mate. Thanks for tuning in. Martin, if CBS can't get everybody Cisco because they'll get Cedric Loftus Jet. Oh, that'd be cool. Then get him, yeah? I'm up for that. I'm like, what about the founders and Odo? What's the Dominion up to as well? They're still there. I thought the Master was going to say it's the timeless child, and yeah, well, I thought that. I thought it couldn't be him. But did you say that when he said to you? He said, "I despise you more than ever because I've got part of you inside me, from you." He's just batshit crazy, Master, though, isn't he? Do you think the show's been made super good things? Yeah, I think, yeah. There's been a lot of PC isms in there, aren't there? Look, I ain't got a problem with it, but sometimes I can find it quite patronising. I don't want to, when I watch Doctor Who, I want to escape for an hour, do you know what I mean? I want something to get my teeth round. Do you think, right, hang on, great idea, Mike, I could do a thesis on what I've looked at the past 18 years. Oh, definitely, I'm up for it, bud. So I will arrange this next week, but next week we'll cover retro sci-fi and usual stuff. But we'll get a conspiracy show together. It should be interesting. See how everybody reacts. I like hearing other people's stuff on it all, I don't know about you, but ghosts must definitely exist without a shadow of a doubt. Well, I think it's interdimensional crossovers. There's something there, isn't there? There's something in a lot of this conspiracy stuff and that. There is a lot of stuff there. There's something like an inch of something in there, Martin, Jerry Ryan 79 will be back in the last 4 episodes. Oh, God, I hope sure. Because we're into a big run now, the last 4 episodes. I can't wait for next Friday. Thanos created the cordons for keep the population as Beatrons of the planet. Why don't you snap the fingers? It's easier. Right, guys, I've done an hour. I have to drop out now. Been fantastic evening. Really excited. Enjoyed tonight's episode. Views have been interesting. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please give this video a like and share. Right, there will be a Solo One podcast through the week, a Picard review, and the Sunday Sci-Fi show will be back at 7 o'clock. So I will see you all on the next Solo One podcast. And actually, we are talking about that TV series from the 70s. You know, the one about the virus? That's going to be the focus of the week. I forgot what it's called. Survivors. Yeah, we're going to be covering that this week, so we thought that would fit in with it. And who's Predator going to verse this week? So find out on Thursday or Friday when it's up. I experienced paranormal activity in Wales years ago. Wow. Well, we'll talk about this, Andrew, in next fortnight. We're going to do a conspiracy show. I think it should be interesting. I'd like to hear about that, definitely. Good night. I enjoyed it. I know I enjoyed it. Great talking to you all, you know. Just some guy. Yeah, send me a button, dude. Right, guys, thank you for tuning in. It's been an awesome stream. Really enjoyed it. And don't forget, I'll be back next week. And guys, well, Doctor Who blown wash up, and I mean, wow, who would have thought they'd do it? Enjoy the rest of your night. God bless and keep clean. I will do, bud. I will and you. Bye, man. Take care, Shop King. See you next week. It'd be good to see you. And well, yes, let's take in the shock of Doctor Who. All right, guys. Have a great week. Speak soon.